So the deep dive, we will be discussing the Gray Ghost. If you read Harley Quinn, White Knight, you'd see that Simon Trent pops up. While you may see him as just an elderly gentleman who knows how to fight off psychotic black and white psychopaths and knows how to get out of a clown knot, know him better as the Gray Ghost, who was a character that was introduced in the Batman animated series, was also voiced originally by the late, great Adam West. The character, which was essentially a huge reference to The Shadow, which some people say it's helped inspire Batman originally. Yeah, the Gray Ghost is an old pulp, essentially hero who, as we saw in Batman series, basically inspired Bruce Wayne. But who, as we know him as Simon Trent, he's an out-of-work actor who's ashamed of his past, collects all these things from his past that he uses to pay the bills, and is ashamed of his past because he can't move forward. But of course, working with Batman, finding out that essentially his life's work wasn't in vain, as it inspired one of the world's greatest heroes. It is essentially one of the best episodes in Batman and animated series, and both Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, who helped write the episode, and Bruce Timm cameos in the film. He's actually the Mad Bomber. He voices the character in the show. They said that the episode would not have worked if Adam West hadn't done it, but they were a little worried approaching him because they were worried that it was kind of essentially parodying some of the struggles West experienced trying to find work after being done with Batman in the 60s. But Adam West, showing that he would indeed have the great sense of humor that we knew as the mayor of Quahog, he loved it. He performed with pride. Personally, I rewatched it, researching the dead dive. It still hits you right here, man. Especially at the end when you realize that Bruce Wayne essentially told him his secret identity and he gets it. And they have that, oh my God, I know. And it's like, dude. Yeah, so the Gray Ghost is essentially, like I said, he is it's a tribute, but the name is actually, what happened? Oh yeah, an homage. Thank you. It's an homage to the Shadow, but the Gray Ghost, fun fact, is actually a reference to the titular character from a 1936 issue of the Shadow's pulp series. So, like, there's a lot of those references. Like the Gray Ghost poster that we see in the issue, the episode, is based on the cover of The Shadowed Millions, which is one of the Shadow's novels that was illustrated by the great Jim Steranko. So, fun facts there. The Gray Ghost we would see referenced quite a bit in the DCAU. Most notably, we've seen it in Batman Beyond. We definitely see the Gray Ghost costume and hat and goggles portrayed in the Batcave. We see that being the Gray Ghost Strikes Again is the film that a young Warren McGinnis with his wife Mary and Terry saw on the night that he was supposed to be Batmanized in Justice League Unlimited episode Epilogue. And there's been a few other references in the video games and whatnot, but then the Gray Ghost actually made his comic book appearance. He made it twice. One in the Batman Gotham Adventure series, where he's, again, still Simon Trent one up, but then a different Gray Ghost actually shows up during the New 52. In Batgirl, Volume 2, Issue number 9. This time, this person actually isn't Simon Trent. His name is Clancy Johnson. And his attire is actually similar to, do you guys remember the JSA hero, Dr. Midnight?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the second one. The one that was more of a surgeon and not a Golden Age hero. Okay. The one who was blind. Mm-hmm. So it's more similar than that. So it's, think that costume, shades of gray, and he actually wields, instead of a gas gun, he wields a shotgun. So he's more of a vigilante. He's obsessed with Batgirl, and he does not last long. He unfortunately is killed by a mercenary group called the Order of the Scythe. And that's the last time we see the Gray Ghost. But Simon Trent actually shows up in 2015 in the Gotham Academy, where he is a famous director and playwright who teaches at the academy, and of course has a rivalry with Clayface because actors. Which
Basil
I'm
Carter,
sorry,
right.
when I thought that, I saw the Clayface from Harley Quinn, and then I was like, oh, that
Of
would be the
course.
greatest Batman
I'm an
of all.
actor.
I'm an actor. Thank you, Alan Tudyk, for making us laugh so many years later. So that's the Gray Ghost, everybody. Please do yourself a favor. Go back for that nostalgia. Rewatch the Gray Ghost episode of Batman animated series. It will essentially make you cry now that you realize that there are two Batmen that we will mourn in that episode. Yeah, just had to end a little bit of a downer. So yeah, so that's the Gray Ghost, guys.
Wow.
Like I said,
Drew, I had no idea he had such. I mean, I knew about the Batman the Animated Series stuff, and obviously from this issue, but I had no idea he went that deep.
oh yeah, you honestly, it really is pretty impressive when we know again it's the research. Like it's just really makes you admire the amount of creativity it's put in. Like essentially, it's really nice when you see that kind of dedication and research because you realize that if you're lucky, you get to be a fan that gets to show your appreciation for the lore with that kind of Easter egg, but then also put your own stamp into it. So again, why not? You know, if it's done right, who cares? But yeah, but this, just seeing that, I mean, I'm sorry. I just wanted to bust out the old Adam West impression, but, just rewatching the episode, it's just so good. And it's just, I think even more now because we're in a world where both Adam and Kevin are gone. It's got that eeriness, but it's just so damn perfect. I mean, a lot of the Batman animated series was like that.